Good day, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the Voice of Reason. So the title of this video is Abiy Ahmed, Guilty of War Crimes and Crimes Against Humanity, ? So I'm sure in the comment section that we are going to see the International Court of Public Opinion alive and well. But let's be reasonable and rational, please, in the comment section. So why would Abiy Ahmed be guilty of crimes against humanity and war crimes? Well, first let's just real quick look how we arrived at this point. Abiy Ahmed creates the Prosperity Party. This was designed to create a very strong, centralized federal government under one political system. And the three other larger political entities would have been required to merge into this political party. And one of those political parties that represented the state of Tigray said, no, we believe this is going to interfere with our right of self-determination, and said, no, we're not going to join it. And then they proceeded with state elections. And the federal government in Ethiopia said, no, we will not allow you to have elections. And the political discourse ended and war occurred. Who started it? Who fired the first shots? That could be questioned. But let's look at where we're at now. Let's look at what's going on. So the international community right now, many media outlets, many human rights organizations believe that as many as 50,000+ Tigrayan civilians have been killed. So the Ethiopian government, in their prosecution of this conflict, has not allowed aid agencies to enter Tigray. The Ethiopian government, led by Abiy Ahmed, has launched a heavy-handed military action in which towns and cities were surrounded and shelled with heavy artillery. This occurred in many towns and cities across Tigray. Military fighter bombers were used to drop bombs on targets inside of Tigray. Journalism, media are not allowed to enter Tigray. Why? Why is this not allowed? The Addis Ababa-based government, led by Abiy Ahmed, has allowed foreign forces to enter Tigray. That means Eritrean troops have entered the country for a multitude of reasons, one of which is to crush political adversaries, apprehend refugees who have fled the dictatorship of Eritrea. And we know that widespread rape and plunder of Tigray is very active. There have been hundreds of documented cases of rape and torture and killings. What specifically concerns me is the concept of Eritrean and Ethiopian forces forcibly making family members rape each other. That is a horrific crime, if you think. That is just, how low can you go? And if that is true, if that is the case, if Abiy Ahmed allowed a undisciplined rabble of militias and federal troops and foreign troops into Tigray and allowed this to happen, allowed the rape and murder of people, allowed the forced rape of family member upon family member, that is beyond reprehensible. And it starts with leadership. And if that sort of leadership allowed those sorts of actions to take place, then those actions may fall on the head of the person who initiated that action. We're finally starting to see what we would define as more mainstream media here in the States report on what is occurring inside of Tigray. And the reports are concerning. And we may enter into a period where this is looked back upon in the same fashion that Rwanda. Remember that? Not much was done. So is it happening here? I guess that's the question.